it'd be nice to be able to point to one factor that is creating, well, my personal motivation and the motivation of tens of thousands of other people that are coming here. You have everything from, like, say, the blockchain development. You have an entirely new financial network that's being created. You have Brexit, which has had a lot of the financial Goliaths looking for new bases. London is, I think you're going to see a great migration of financial institutions out of London after leaving the European Union. It just doesn't make sense to do business then. There are too much regulation, and without the open border with Western Europe, places like Turkey.
Where are these people going to go?
Yeah, and and then you throw the pandemic on that. Remote working, people are not going to be worried about the geographical location so much. And then if they look at a place like Istanbul and say, right, why wouldn't we move there?
Why not?
Our overhead is going to be cut by 2/3 compared to London.
Yeah.
You've got tax incentives, and you've got a brand new, financial city center.
Yeah.
Certainly a lot more comfortable than navigating downtown London. So, and certainly better weather than London.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like I said, the downsides. A lot of my colleagues have asked me, don't you think there's risk moving to a place like that? Not just physically moving here, but moving assets and so on. But I look at the United States right now, or Western Europe. Anything I were to invest over there, because they've done, the government is taking such an aggressive role to sort of keep the economies afloat. Anything you invest in, property, financial instruments, you have maybe a 50% upside, but there's also a 50% downside. And I personally can't afford to lose 50% of my portfolio. But coming here, I don't see the lira being at a 12-year low as a problem. I see it as an opportunity, because my downside is maybe 10%. Maybe we drop another 10% with an extended pandemic lockdown or any other world event. But the upside's 90%.
Yeah.
And that looks a lot better to me than, hoping that policy in the Western world changes, which I don't think it will.
Yeah. High risks, high rewards. Well, certainly I would choose a calculated risk if I do my homework on a country as Turkey, where there is certainly risk and there is certainly an instability at a certain level when you compare it to America, compare it to London. But if you study it well, and as you have done, if you understand the underlying factors, yes, just like this scenario, you said, maybe my downside is 10%, but my upside is 90%, which is something that you can achieve in very, very few places in the world.
Indeed.
And Turkey is one of them. Yeah.